Welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about consumables. Now when I'm talking about consumables, I'm not just talking about your potions. I'm talking about in-game consumables that will be vital to giving you an edge to win in wars or any PvP situation. Now there is a caveat to these consumables, and that is the category that they fall under. They fall under what is called a boost. A boost means that you can actually only have one boost active at one time. The Honing Stone, though, says it's a boost, but it doesn't fall underneath that boost category. So you can always have the Honing Stone active, but you can only have one other boost consumable active aside from the Honing Stone. So let's get into it. The first consumable that you're always going to want to carry around. I'm only going to be talking about the tier 5 versions. Powerful Honing Stone. This increases weapon damage by 7% for 30 minutes. So weapon damage being literally your weapon. Could be slash damage, could be fire damage, doesn't matter what weapon you're using, it's going to increase this damage potential by 7% for 30 minutes. This is the most powerful consumable and something that you're always going to want to carry around. So the next boost consumable is the powerful Gemstone dust. What this does is it increases absorption of elemental damage by 15% for 5 minutes, or until any damage is received 20 times. So the trick here is that last part, or until any damage is received 20 times. So you can be getting hit by a physical attack, doesn't matter, elemental attack, and it's still going to decrement that number by 1. So you would want to use these strategically and not just eat them willy-nilly, because if you are indeed taking damage from physical and not elemental, you're going to end up wasting it completely. And elemental damage types being arcane, fire, ice, nature, lightning, and void. So every elemental damage type in the game. Now this is good for all around elemental defense if you don't know exactly what you're going up against. So the next consumable boosts that we'll get into are more specific when it comes to elemental damage types. The next one is Infused Fire Absorption Potion. So this increases fire absorption by 25% for 3 minutes. So this is 10% more than a powerful Gemstone dust, but only lasts 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes. So this is definitely going to be handy in wars when you're going to have a lot more people running fire staff for sure. And 25%, that's a heck of a lot of damage absorption. This is going to be a must. And just like the fire absorption potion, you have all the other types of magic as well, all the other elemental types as well. So you have arcane absorption, nature absorption, lightning absorption, void absorption. So those will all have the same effects, 25% for 3 minutes. And remember, you can only have one of those active. You can't use a fire absorption potion and a void potion. If you do, it's going to overwrite the fire potion buff, and you're only going to have the void buff on there now. So you can only use one of these, including the Gemstone dust, with the Honing Stone. So you can have the Honing Stone active, and you can either have the Gemstone dust or one of the absorption potions active. And for the last consumable, powerful Oak Flesh Bomb. Increases absorption of physical damage types by 15% for 5 minutes, or until any damage is received 20 times. So this is the counterpart to the powerful Gemstone dust. So instead of it being elemental, it's now physical, and that means you take 50% less damage from siege, strike, slash, thrust damage types. And again, you're not going to want to pop this if you're going up against a mage, because it's going to be useless. So you really want to pay attention to the damage types that you're receiving. When you get hit, when you take a damage or you do damage, you see a little icon next to the damage number, and the icon could be thrust, could be slash, could be ice, fire. You'll know what it looks like, right? And then if you're taking elemental damage and physical damage, those two will split. So if you're fighting somebody and you're waiting to use Oak Flesh Bomb or the Gemstone dust, you get hit from one of his attacks, you recognize that you're taking more physical damage than elemental, you're definitely going to want to use an Oak Flesh Bomb instead of the Gemstone dust. So this is something to be aware of. And the last consumable boost is Infused Endurance Potion. Increases stamina regen rate by an exceptional amount for a short time. The short time is 60 seconds, so it'll last 1 minute, and that exceptional amount of time is 70% stamina regeneration. Insane amount for 1 minute. Now imagine if you pair this with rapier or a spear, you're going to be rolling all over the place. It's going to be great. Definitely keep this one in stock. You're going to see these as a must in wars, in open world PvP, perhaps even in duels, which I hope I won't see any of those in duels. You want to keep those consumables for actual fights. So that was a quick breakdown of the boost consumables, which it seems like not many people were aware of, or how great they can be and how necessary they're going to be come a month after launch. Anybody who knows about this before launch, whether you're using the less powerful versions, are going to have an edge in PvP, so always pay attention to what buffs are active on your opponent. And each absorption potion also has its own specific icon. Like the fire will obviously be fire, lightning will have a lightning, void will have the void. All these will be pretty easy to recognize what your opponent's using or not. The only thing that you may not be able to see because it shares the same icon is the old flesh bomb, the gemstone dust, and food buffs. These all share the health plus icon. Now that could be updated for launch, and I hope it is, so we can get more specific on what buffs or debuffs your opponent has, and perhaps how a timer on those buffs. How much longer are they going to last exactly? That'll be a great addition to see. Alright, that was a quick breakdown of the boost consumables. Thanks for watching. Peace.